number 14 here. Kevin Jones on your left with blue-red Kiki Moon. Brenden McCarley is on your right with green-black Tron. One of these decks, a modern mainstay in Tron. The other one, blue-red Kiki Moon, kind of new, but Kevin, Harlan, and some other players have had a lot of success with this deck this particular weekend. As we are underway, is a chromatic sphere off of Nurse's power plant for Brenden. For Kevin, a Steam Vents, a Scalding Tarn, and a Passing of the Turn. Gonna crack the sphere, will Brenden, probably for green mana. He's got a tower. He'll play a Scrying, see if this will resolve. And it will. So Tron will be online turn number 3. The question is, will be tapping for 7 colorless or 3 red?
Yes. Now, another problem for McCarly in this matchup, most of what Tron does is on its own main phase, where you're attacking with large creatures, you're activating your Karn. They don't really have a lot of interaction for end of your turn, do something, untap, kill you. Furthermore, one of your threats is Wormcoil Engine, and Wormcoil Engine isn't worth very much against a deck that can deal infinite damage.
Correct. We're going to go to Kevin. Kevin with a basic island, and there's Blood Moon.
Hooray!
It is main deck, and the fun is over for our Tron player. Those Tron lands, those are mountains now. You can definitely play a sphere and cash it in, which Brenden will do. And he'll play an Ancient Stirrings now, too. Take a look at the top 5 cards. Find a colorless one among them. Oblivion Stone is a good find. That can answer the Blood Moon. The follow-up here is a Forest. Didn't even need to search for that one. Here's another Stirring. So our Tron player is still activating and operating just fine. A Relic of Progenitus ×2 in this Ancient Stirrings.
Really far away from being able to do anything. I suppose in the ideal state, you go turn 4, play my Oblivion Stone, turn 5, break it, and then go about your business. But
well, Kevin going to pass the turn back. I think Cryptic Command at the ready for KJ. There's a Sanctum of Ugin. This will be 4 mana. Let's make it 3 instead for Oblivion Stone. Cryptic Command, counter plus draw, says no thank you, as Kevin Jones will draw a card. The follow-up is Relic of Progenitus, make Kevin remove a card. Well, Scalding Tarn's going to bite the dust. Cryptic Command will hang out there as long as it can as we head back over to number 17 on our SCG Tour leaderboard. Cascade Bluffs Mountain does enter the battlefield there for Kevin. And he will pass the turn back over to Brenden, who will play a Pestermite, will Kevin, in Brendan's upkeep and or draw step. Here's a Relic activation. That'll take care of the Cryptic Command, and now he'll blow the Relic. The graveyards will be exiled. Brenden will draw a card. All right. Now he'll draw a card for his turn. Expedition Map, Chromatic Star. Those have been the draws. Here is the star.
That is time in the round. If it's your turn,
blow the star.
You have 5 minutes to
draw a card. Collective Brutality the draw.
That's time in the round.
And he did make black mana off the star. Playing Urza's Mine. Tron online, sort of. Here is Collective Brutality. He's going to escalate this, discarding Urza's Mine. Says, I want to kill your Pestermite and take a look at your hand. Kevin's got some Snapcaster Mages, a Deceiver Exarch, and another land in Scalding Tarn, which is actually just a mountain right now.
For the time being, McCarly at least has a lot of time. It'll be problematic for him to make his land drops and actually be able to cast anything impactful, but under no real threat right now of being killed.
Kevin might be thinking about just playing a Snapcaster Mage as a 2/1, but he's not going to do that. Looks like Remand may have been the draw. Definitely not going to do that now.
I think over 10 turns, you're probably guessing it's a lot more likely that I win the game via Kiki-Jiki than I do by attacking with Snapcaster Mage 10 times. And if you draw any spell, it's so much better to have the Snapcaster Mage left over.
Sylvan Scrying the play here from Brenden. Oh, that'll be remanded. Kevin will draw a card, picked up a copy of Serum Visions. On the end step, Kevin's going to play Deceiver Exarch. He says, I will tap your Urza's Tower. That is actually a mountain. Thank you much. Now we head back over to Jones, who's looking for Kiki-Jiki to put the wrap on this game. Picked up a Pestermite, however. Let's see if Serum Visions can find the powerful Goblin. Draw a card, will Kevin. Now he will scry 2. This deck is very... Oh, he's going to leave both on top. My goodness. This deck is very much in the Kevin Jones wheelhouse, man.
Yes, he loves playing on his opponent's turn. Loves the blue spells.
Yep. Kevin going to come across for 1. And just going to pass the turn back. Brenden going to sacrifice an expedition map on Kevin's end step, search up a Tower of Power. He's only got one basic there, and the basic force is already on the battlefield. So,
and Jones can actually do a reasonable job with these Pester Mites and Deceiver Exarchs of keeping McCarley off of having green mana in his own main phase by going after the force in the upkeep.
Well, here's Pester Mite. So what you mentioned looks like we're going to see. Force will be tapped. Oblivion Stone the draw.
Okay. We can get this to stick. We might be able to break out of this.
And Kevin put down the Remand Shield for a turn, but to be fair, had that got remanded, he could just recast it. So,
I mean, Kevin's in quite a bit of trouble here if he doesn't combo out this turn, because once McCarley is able to get this Blood Moon off the battlefield, he has a lot of mana to work with.
So let's go back over to Jones, who's had a pretty tight stranglehold on the game thus far. He'll draw a card. It's not a red one, so we know it's not Kiki Jiki. And keep in mind, he kept it both on top with Serum Vision Scries. Kevin says, let me start with Opt, just in case I do find Kiki Jiki.
Yeah, he might just have to go for broke this turn. I mean,
well, it's just another Opt, so.
It's surprising to me that you wouldn't try to win the game this turn.
How many Kiki Jikis in the deck list?
2.
Okay. Brenden will draw. Picked up a copy of Chromatic Star. There's a Sanctum of Ugin. Here's Opt again. That top card's going to become the bottom one there for Jones. Now he'll draw a card. He's found a copy of Kiki Jiki. But he can't quite do it just yet. So, electrolyze the draw now. This will be an attack for 3. McCarley's going to take this 3 because he's going to blow that O-Stone on the end of Kevin's turn. We know that. O-Stone will take care of the Blood Moon, the Pester Mite, and the Deceiver Exarch, and Tron is very much online now. Brenden has no shortage of mana, and we know he's got Ulamog in his hand. He'll draw a card, picked up a copy of Relic of Progenitus. Kevin is going to play Vendilion Click in the draw step. Ulamog, Chromatic Star, Sylvan Scrying, Relic Progenitus. Ulamog, you go away. We'll see what Brenden was able to pick up. We know about those 3. The Expedition map is the 4th one.
So he's got a redraw here. Actually, several redraws. Relic of Progenitus.
Oh, yeah.
Plus the star.
This is what Tron does.
So is Kevin now missing triple red?
Cascade Bluffs means no.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
There's Snapcaster Mage. Snapcaster Mage could be targeting Opt here.
Yeah.
And this is response to the Relic. So now Kevin is going to cast the Opt because he's in search of a little bit of help. So he will scry 1. He's happy with that card. Graveyards will go away. Chromatic Star the draw. Excuse me, it was actually a sphere. There's the star. Crack the star. Likely for green. Draw card. Any big hits? Yes. Yes, that constitutes a hit.
Ugin's a big hit here.
Yeah.
Though, again, worth keeping in mind in all of this is that this Planeswalker does not interact against the combo. Ugin just activates on the main phase, and Kevin can do everything through McCarley's end step into his own main phase.
Gonna sacrifice Sanctum of Ugin to search up Ulamog. That'll be coming next turn.
And with Ulamog, you can get rid of all of his red mana, and then things get very easy.
Tron showing some of its resiliency here, as Blood Moon was down on turn 3. Tron able to work out of it. And now Ugin's on the battlefield. Another chromatic sphere has shown up. Doesn't look like Brenden wants to use that sphere just yet for green and or black mana, getting a new card. So we're going to head over to Kevin Jones. KJ will draw a card. And it looks like it's time for another Blood Moon, perhaps. No, he actually is going to go to Electrolyze first. He's going to send that over to Ugin. Lightning Bolt the draw.
Finishes off the Planeswalker.
It does. What's interesting about this, though, is if he plays Blood Moon this turn, Ugin can't kill it.
Right.
So this is actually kind of interesting because now Brendan's lands are shut back off again. And Brendan's going to untap. He'll draw. Well, Karn says that my lands are back on.
Yep. Au natural.
Yes. Now, what's kind of interesting here is that Brenden might be thinking, you know what? You can keep your stupid Blood Moon. I don't care. That Blood Moon might be hurting you. Yeah, he's going to go after Steam Vents. He says, I'm going to cut your red sources. Now, I kind of like this.
You know, I'm always down.
Karn should be down to 3. Should not be up to 10. Yeah. If you get to exile permanents with plussing, seems like that card might be too good. That's what I would say. So we're going to go back over to Kevin now, who all of a sudden his Blood Moon is hurting him. And these Planeswalkers are starting to become a little too much to overcome. Here's the Serum Visions. Draw a card. Lightning Bolt the draw. Kevin keeps fighting, though.
Well, Lightning Bolt allows him to finish off the card. But he could really use a second red source of mana, so he could, you know, Snapcaster plus Bolt, perhaps in a turn.
Kevin's found a copy of Cryptic Command here, too, that he wants to leave on top of his deck. So this game getting very interesting now. And now Kevin's actually going to move Cryptic to the bottom with the Scry 2 of Serum Visions. Okay. Kevin might have to opt for a red source here.
He could really use a second one.
Keep in mind that Cascade Bluffs is actually just a mountain right now because of the Blood Moon that's on the battlefield. So for Kevin, he's going to opt. Scry 1, we don't get a good look at it. The only person that does is KJ.
Any non-basic gets him there, along with the main deck mountain.
Well, to the bottom, this one looks like it's going to go. Or will it? It will not. Kevin's going to keep this one. Kevin's going to go to Serum Visions now. So he'll draw a card. It's a basic island. That's not what he was looking for. Scry 2. He'll leave this on top. That goes to the bottom. And I do think this is tough, boy.
I feel like you got to finish off the Karn now, because if McCarley goes up with Karn, you're never touching it.
Yeah, you're never getting to kill it. He can go down with, he goes up with Karn, eat something, down with Ugin to kill your Blood Moon, and then his lands are back on.
Right.
So you are definitely in a rock and a hard place because he's going to get his mana next turn no matter what. And that means that we're going to see Ulamog here almost no matter what. So Karn is going to die to Lightning Bolt. Really smart play by McCarley, by the way, last turn.
Yeah.
Karning a red source instead of killing the Blood Moon?
Because he's going to get to it regardless.
Yeah. So Ugin's going to go down. Blood Moon, you're exiled. Get out of here. Give my lands back. And now Ulamog is going to go nuts. Going to take care of Cascade Bluffs in an island. So now that's on the battlefield. McCarley's going to cash in this sphere for some mana. He's got a green and a colorless floating here. Now he's going to just play Scrying. search up a land. He's going to get himself a copy of Llanowar Waste. And you think a game where Kevin Jones played Blood Moon on turn 3 against Tron. And I don't think he's going to win this one, Patrick.
No, I think he might have overestimated his position a little bit with the Pestermite going after the green source rather than leaving up Remand and, not trying to blind spike Kiki-Jiki one turn off an opt when his position was a little bit crumbling here.
There's a Collective Brutality. Now here's Sylvan Scrying.
Because once McCarley is able to get that Blood Moon off the table, it's,
it's game over, basically.
all hell breaks loose.
Yeah. Sylvan Scrying is going to allow McCarley to search up another card here. He's got to figure out which land he wants, just in case something were to go wrong. Going to get Nurse's Mind. Over to Kevin Jones, we're going to go. Pretty long way away from Kiki-Jiki now, aren't we? Pestermite, the draw.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You get to stop it for a little bit.
You get to stop Ulamog for a turn. It's good. Kevin going to count the cards in his library, of course, given Ulamog's text. That's a thing you got to do now. That's never a good feeling to have.
I'm guessing it's a two-hitter because Jones has drawn so many cards over the course of this game.
Could just be a one-hitter.
Well, one-hitter is, I don't think he's at 20 or less, but.
There's Snap. Here's Opt.
This is a spot where 100% of the cards get scryed to the bottom because Jones has no outs.
Yeah, I'm not sure what card he's looking for.
Hold on, wait.
We'll win.
Oh, it's another cantrip. All right, draw a card, scry 2 to the bottom.
Yep. Lightning Bolt.
Online at pairings.starcitygames.com and are on their way to the pairings boards. Once again, those modern open pairings.
Both on the top. Take that, tough guy.
No, because Ulamog's milling him over. They're both misses, and he's just getting them out of the deck.
Yes, okay. You figured out Kevin Jones' strategy.
Man, Kevin loves to battle.
He won't give up. He won't give up. In a game where he could not be more dead, he's just let's keep going. Yeah. Let's keep going. Maybe you'll miss the Ulamog trigger.
You can't cast any meaningful spells for the rest of the game.
That's right. What about it? Yes. Lands in the back. Ulamog up front. Fatal Push your Snapcaster Mage. You don't get to block now. Put you to 10. Kill you every which way is what Brenden McCarley will do here against Kevin Jones. As Green-Black Tron fights through the Blood Moon to win game number 1 over Blue-Red Kiki Moon. Kevin just came up a little bit short. His position was strong, but maybe, like you said, he overestimated things a touch.
Kevin had the reaction I've seen of Kevin Jones in the past where he feels he did not play a match very well or game very well.
There are 2 more potentially on the way. But before we get to that second one, we are going to have a few words here from our wonderful sponsors.
Bringing friendly competition and exclusive prizes to stores worldwide, Game Night features
Game number 2 about to be underway here between Kevin Jones and Brenden McCarley. McCarley able to steal one underneath of Blood Moon for a long time, but Oblivion Stone helped him break through it. 3 of the Gods, 3 Dispel, 2 Engineer Explosives, 2 Abrade, 2 Vidalcan Shackles, 2 Pian Karen and a Keranos. God of Storms here against Tron, huh?
Same 60.
Yeah, I don't think I would change anything.
Yeah, you would only consider Abrade probably maybe better than Spell Snare.
Spell Snare counters Scrying. And Brutality, so I think I'd want that.
He's got Brutality too. Right,
yeah.
Okay. I would err towards just same 60.
Well, for McCarley, he's got some cards he definitely wants to bring in. 3 Nature's Claim among them. Also 2 Warping Whale, 2 Collective Brutality, 2 Thoughtseize, 2 Thragtusk, Fatal Push, Grafdigger's Cage, Wormcoil Engine, and a Ghost Quarter.
I really like the Warping Whales and the Nature's Claims here as ways to break up the combo, get Blood Moon off the battlefield. I guess he could add a little bit more discard if he's really that worried about the combo, but I would keep it a little bit leaner here. Just the claims and the whales.
Yeah, I think there's some good cards here for Brenden to board in, and can board out some stuff like those Fatal Pushes.
Yeah.
Some other nonsense, maybe some of the high-end cards that he doesn't really need. But he did a nice job of breaking out of Blood Moon that game. We can't forget that he's got those Oblivion Stones. He's also got Karn to be able to do it, and heck, even a World Breaker.
Yeah.
That he can use to break out of Blood Moon as well. So it's not impossible, as he demonstrated, and it might be actually quite more probable than we think, as both players are going to take a look at their opening hands here. Well, Green, Black, Tron, Blue, Red, Kiki Moon.
Blood Moon makes it very easy for, if Jones actually has the combo rolled up, for him to be able to get it without the risk of McCarly getting to a big play first. But it was just time, and given enough time, McCarly was able to get the second Oblivion Stone resolve, and then Jones is just kind of meandering about with 2 1s and 1 4s versus Ulamog and friends.
Yeah, makes things a little difficult. Jones going to fall down to 17 from his fetch plus shock. That's flooded Shran into Steam Vents. And now Serum Visions. So he's going to draw a card and scry 2 here in just a moment. Will KJ see if he finds something that he likes. There you go. Yeah, you didn't do it yet. There you go. Kiki Jiki among those cards that Kevin's looking at for the scry. It looks like he's going to leave them both on top. We're going to head over to Brenden. Brenden draws a Worm Coil Engine. His first land will be in Urza's Mine. And now there's a Chromatic Star. To Kevin Jones will go. He kept this card on top. It was a Cascade Bluffs. The next card is a Kiki Jiki. Remember, he kept that on top too. He's got a Remand, a Serum Visions, so much more. For now, McCarly will just draw a card. He'll sacrifice the star, likely for green mana. Draw a card off of that. Picked up a copy of Llanowar Waste. This is a Tower, and this is a Sylvan Scrying. Remand is going to take care of that. Kevin is going to draw a card off his Remand. There's the Kiki Jiki. And now he's going to untap, and he'll draw another card for his turn. Electrolyze is what he's found.
And that shows just how light Jones is on sideboarding options here. Electrolyze, not much of a star against the controlling Tron decks.
Not the best card we've ever seen, that's for sure. Serum Vision's floating a blue, I imagine, is what Kevin's plan is here. So he'll draw a card. Picked up another copy of Kiki Jiki. Not great. Not great in multiples. Nice. One on top, one on bottom.
I think Kevin Jones is at his happiest, I think, when he is just cantripping every single turn and somehow his hand never gets better.
That's a dream for him.
Some go to the top, some go to the bottom, and remains a D- the whole way through.
And it's your turn.
It's your turn. Next turn, I'm going to draw my third land, finally, and then I'll electrolyze you.
That's nice.
And I have left Opt on top of my deck.
That's nice.
So I draw the Opt, and I Opt the next turn.
Here's a Blooming Marsh. There's a Scrying. That's going to get piece number 3 of the Tron.
McCarly is just doing things. Just out here living his life.
Yeah. Look, some people just love to draw a new card.
Yeah.
You don't get it.
Draw a card.
Well, there's Sulfur Falls.
Third land.
There
Sweet.
It is. Electrolyze, ready to roll.
Reevaluate, handful of air.
Yeah.
He's gotten a Braid ready, hoping for an artifact.
Yeah.
Got an Electrolyze ready, waiting, hoping for, I don't even know.
To bring Karn from 3 to 1.
Yeah, Karn goes down to 1 after he gets
plan.
Stone Rain.
Yep.
You Opt into a Lightning Bolt, let's call it.
Tron's online. That's 8 mana here for McCarly. What are you going to do here? Oh, Collective Brutality. See if the coast is clear.
All right, so do I Electrolyze now because he might take it, or do I, okay.
He's got multiple Electrolyzes. You underestimated him. Kiki Jiki flooded. 2 Electrolyzes, 2 Kikis, a Deceiver Exarch, a Braid, and Lightning Bolt. All right. Kevin looking for lands 4 and 5 desperately here as Brutality does resolve. Here comes Worm Coil Engine, absolutely. Now, fortunately for Kevin, he doesn't care about that one. We're going to move Worm Coil Engine up to the front and those lands to the back, by the way.
Bang.
As Electrolyze is going to come firing in. And there's Blood Moon.
Just a little late to the party, maybe.
How's Blood Moon look for Kevin this game?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to get some more information from some cantrips before we can really figure that out. Oh, he hasn't drawn an island yet.
You've noticed now. Yeah, you noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's fine. It's a Snapcaster Opt.
Yeah.
We get to. It's not a big deal. Could have put something on the top or bottom. Draw a new card.
That's right. It's all part of it.
Somehow the hand just keeps getting worse.
Here is Snapcaster.
Serum Vision, sorry,
even
yeah,
better. Draw a card.
An Opt. Things are really not that bleak from Jones's perspective.
No, he can
here.
definitely still win.
If he can roll lands 4 and 5 together, then he can X-Arc into Kiki-Jiki, and it's all good.
Yes. You're just making it sound bleak. Here's a Stirrings. It could get bleak now.
This might do it.
3, 4, 5. Ugin and Karn. He'll take Karn. Now, Brenden already had a Karn in his hand. He's going to make it look like he peeled it. Oh, he's going after his lands. That's a good idea.
Love it.
Yeah. Sir, that's all for False is exiled underneath Karn. Thank you. Thank you.
It will be McCarley's opportunity to cantrip should the game be restarted.
Correct. Here comes Wormcoil Engine. This game is looking tough. As Snapcaster May is going to jump in front of Wormcoil Engine. Brenden going to go up to 24. Let's go back over to Kevin Jones, the daddy. Has drawn land number 3, Flooded Strand.
Kevin's going to lose this match.
Are you sure?
But he is going to be really happy about the experience he
Yeah.
had. That's how you can tell when people love playing their decks.
Well, here's the thing. If you're going to be Blood Moon guy, sometimes you're going to lose to Tron guy.
Yeah.
Okay?
You're gonna. It really shows, how much you can love a deck, how much you can appreciate the craft, when you can just get mushed. Maybe game 1, play a little bit loose. Game 2, just spun your tires for 5 straight turns while your opponent got to uncontested assemble Tron. Just start haymakering you and walk away feeling like you got your money's worth.
Yep. I got to do my thing. You got to do your thing. That's all you can ask for.
Right now he's looking at a Deceiver X-Arc that doesn't do anything, or the ability to electrolyze, and he is enjoying thinking about this decision.
He's going to go the opposite.
Needs some help.
Yep. Scry 1. That's going to the bottom.
They all go to the bottom. 100% of the cards in this deck go to the bottom. That's no good.
That's Bolt. That's going to take care of Karn. See,
Cool.
he has solved that problem.
Yeah, head above water.
Yep.
Still.
No,
Okay.
that's not. No, he has not solved the problem. He has not solved anything. That land's gone now. Okay, Wormcoil Engine in for 6.
That's not a big deal. You get to opt next turn to replace the land, hopefully. Bolt it again.
I think he has another. Brenden has another Karn in his hand. He has a never-ending stream of Karns, and Kevin just drew Remand.
Well, he gets the thing now. Can I afford to hold up Remand this turn? There it is.
No more. No more. Brenden McCarley is going to win this match over Kevin Jones 2-0.